Hello, my name is Emily, aka FroggieHobbies. Welcome back to my channel, and either way, thank you so much for stopping by and spending some time with me today. Before we really get into this 6-day star blanket video, I want to take just a minute to chat about the structure of this video and my channel as a whole going into the future. So I've been debating about this for the past couple of months, hence why this video was actually filmed back in December but is not being posted until now in March, 3+ months later. And I'm really a bit disappointed about this because I wanted my channel to be one where I would show the entirety of a project from the start to the end, with the planning and design phase through the actual creation and a reveal and wrap up at the end, because those are some of my most favorite videos to watch on YouTube, and so I wanted to make something very similar. The only problem is that doesn't really work with my personality or my abilities, to be honest. I am a really slow crocheter and I get distracted very easily, so it could take me months to finish a crochet project. And I'm not just talking about the whips on the shelf that have been there for years. We're not
even discussing that right now.
If you want to discuss that, you can go over to my previous video linked below, but
we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about something else, okay?
I normally have 2 or 3 or 4 projects working concurrently, and it makes it really hard to post a video where I'm only working on one thing, and especially if I'm trying to do that in a quick and timely fashion, because if something takes me 3 months to make and then 2 months to edit, and then the video ends up being over an hour long, and it's not that I don't think people would watch an hour-long video, because I think some people would. I know I would. I love having some background noise and just getting to listen to somebody do something that they're good at. It makes me really happy, and it makes me feel very motivated and inspired. However, I do not have the motivation to edit an hour-long video, because an hour-long YouTube video ends up being like 6 or 8+ hours of footage. And look, I am just one guy. I am just one guy with a full-time job and full-time hobbies that I don't have the motivation to do that. I just don't. I just can't do it. So for right now and for the time being, I want to make my videos a little bit more bite-sized. They're going to be more like parts of a whole and pieces of a collection. So this 6-day star blanket video is part 1 of the project and part 3 of my Finisher Frog series. You can check the other videos out here. I started this project back in May of 2025. Yes, you did hear that right, almost a full year ago. I worked on it for about a day or 2. I got the setup rounds of my 6-day star blanket complete, and then I put it down and did not look at it, touch it, or think about it for another 6 months, which is why we're about to time travel back in the past to December, where I'm panicking to get this done in time. I'm not going to spoil it and tell you if I did finish it or not. That's kind of the whole point of the video, so stick around to the end and find out. All right, let's get into it. Episode 3 of Finisher Frog, and the one thing I want to work on is a gift I'm supposed to give to my sister for Christmas, and it is December 12th, so I have very limited time to finish this off. So thank God it's just a 6-day star blanket. I made it through the beginning setup rounds and started the second set. I was going to do the superstar pattern, but I have changed my mind and I'm instead just going to do the classic 6-day star blanket. We're going to frog this and completely start over. I could save the beginning rounds, but I don't really feel like it. I just want a fresh start and to use the right size hook, because I was definitely not using the right size hook for this one. And let's go get started.
Are you going to the gym now? Or like being a professional trainer?
I finished the first ball of yarn for the burnout blanket. I'm gonna take a couple videos and unroll, reveal. Ball number 2. Oh, Miss Mia! What was that? What was that for, kitten?
She's calling him to help? Yeah.
전가 에 맞는 옷차림이야말로 최소한의 예의 아닙니까?
I just finished the second ball of yarn for this blanket and I'm so excited to see how quickly this blanket is growing. It is getting so beautiful. And hold on, wait a second. What is going on here? Oh yeah, I took my tapestry, a different whip on my shelf, to work the other day because the blanket was getting too large. But this is exactly what I was talking about in the intro, that I always have 4 projects going at once. I am especially excited to see this blanket grow because the last time I made a 6-day star blanket was in October 2024 using worsted weight yarn that was left over from my temperature blanket made in 2023. And I swear that thing took forever to grow. But anyway, as you obviously know, my favorite hobby is crocheting, but my second favorite hobby is reading books and then retelling the entire plot of that book to my girlfriend. So here is a little bit from No Body, No Crime by Tess Sharp if you'd like to listen. She tells him, like, I know what you did, I saw you, and I have proof. And he's like, what are you talking about? Proof. And she's like, there was a camper, like, with their car parked facing the road that day, and they had a dash cam. And she's clearly bluffing, but he doesn't know that. And he's like, where's the dash cam footage? So he stops, like, denying that he did it. And she's like, you're going to go and turn yourself into the sheriff right now. And he's like, no, I'm not. And she's like, yes, you are. And then at the same time, Mel was coming to find him because the same day he beat the shit out of her brother. And so she's like coming to pick him up, and she comes at him with a gun and like points a gun at him. And she's like, you like almost killed my brother. What the is wrong with you? And he's like, I didn't know that. Like, who's your brother? Like, what are you talking about? And she's like, you don't even remember like almost killing somebody just a few hours ago? Honestly, I also cannot believe that that's where I decided to stop recording that clip. But if you were interested, I would recommend the book No Body, No Crime by Tess Sharp. It was pretty good. I would give it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. And I'm not sure what's scarier, the book or me in the past. But anyway, I did enjoy the book, but I do have to admit that a big part of why I liked it so much was because it was a queer romance. And I don't know if I would have ranked it so highly if it hadn't been a queer romance, but it was a very fun thriller and I would recommend it. So way earlier in the video, you did see me frogging a row because I messed up and had to redo it. But don't worry about these clips right here. I was actually unraveling my original blanket that I showed in the very beginning of the video as I was crocheting. So this part right here is me finally frogging the entire original blanket, and that is all now worked into the new blanket. And I am so excited because we just finished the 3rd ball of yarn and it looks fantastic so far. Hello, it is day 5, I think, of working on this blanket, maybe day 4. Not entirely sure. I suppose I'll find out in editing. But I am on the 3rd repeat of the pattern, just starting it, and I think this might be the last one. We are on the 4th ball of yarn, and I only bought 6, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to complete one more round entirely and maybe add on a cute border. I think a cute border would really send this project into the next level of cuteness. My first star blanket that I did is enormous, but doesn't have a border on it at all, and it's fine, it's great, but I think a border would like really make this super cute. And since this is a gift for my little sister for Christmas, I think it would really give it that final perfect finishing touch that it needs. We're about to head off to play some Pokemon Go. There's a big event going on this weekend with Gigantamax Snorlax, if anyone cares about that. But I'm really excited for it. We just got back into Pokemon Go after taking, for me, 5 years off. I haven't played since COVID when I was in college, and there was literally nothing else to do, and there was a Pokestop at my house. So now we're going to go and explore. We're going to walk around a mall because it is a high of 4 degrees outside today and a low of -15. So we are definitely not playing outside. It's just impossible in the climate we live in the winter. But anyway, this blanket is going really... Oops, I'm doing the wrong cluster. This blanket's going really well. You guys have probably seen I had to pull out a whole row. It was really annoying because I did the wrong. It was this exact stitch. I missed a cluster and then miscounted that same row. And I even remember miscounting the row as I was crocheting it and thinking,
Oh, this is a little off. Well, that's fine. I must have just messed up in the last row, and I'm going to keep going. I'll fix it with this row.
and what do you know? It was that row that I messed up. So I should have done a better job double checking.
But I was really into the drama. We started watching Dynamite Kiss on Netflix. And since I was having to read subtitles, I just messed up in the pattern, and it's fine. But it's one of those things where I'm like trying to crochet like this. Thank God for K-dramas having so many slow-mo moments and just soundtrack OST like while they're smooching. So nice for crocheting because I get a second just to recheck what I'm doing. But that being said, I did mess up, and I'm trying to pay a bit more attention because I'm not at the point of the project where ripping out a row feels so bad when you get far enough into a project where it's like an hour of work that you just did and now you have to undo all of that and do it again. Woof. Also, chunky yarn is not my favorite thing to work with. I just feel like it messes with my wrists so much more than regular like worsted weight or even lace weight yarn does. I don't know. Chunky is just not my thing, but we're pushing through. I wanted to finish one ball of yarn a day, and I was doing very good until yesterday. I crocheted like a row and my wrists were just hurting so bad that I was like, nope, we're taking tonight off. So I didn't crochet at all. So that's why today we're working on the 4th ball of yarn, even though it's day 5. Hi, Felix. What are you doing? Good boy. Okay. He's trying to eat the Christmas tree, but he's trying to be sneaky about it. I love our cats, but there's just some habits they have that are really frustrating. Felix, I'm literally watching you. Hi, Felix. What are you doing?
Good job. No, it's so tangled. Okay. I f***ed up. I f***ed up so bad. Oh no, all of this is not part of the...
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. More balls of yarn. This is a pretty good size. Maybe I should stop here.
He looks pretty derpy. Okay, the Piplup is cute though. He looks crazy. Oh, it's not that bad. Oh, cute one looks really cute.
Just why would you use gray instead of like a cream?
So pretty. We are finally making some good progress on the blanket. I just finished the 5th ball of yarn, and now I'm going to start on the last one. I bought this during Joann's closing sales, and I think it was somewhat of like a miss dye or a different lot because there is not a lot of white or light brown on the outside. It's just orange and brown. So I can see that there is some in the middle, like some white and brown. I don't know why it looks like this, but I'm just going to try to use this for a border and hope that I have enough to get through it without having to really touch this outside bit. And then maybe if I have a lot left over, use it to make something else for my sister. But we're doing really good. I just need to lock in on the last row of the 3rd round. So I just need to finish off that row and then probably do a border. But yeah, you guys saw it's getting huge, so it doesn't really need more rows. I just need to finish it off. So let's lock in and do it. Here we go. We have the last center pull of the project, and will it be a good one? Fingers crossed. Bernat Blanket has really been trying me, and it is, of course, absolutely horrible. And I'm not sure if it was to add insult to injury, but as soon as I tried to attach the new ball of yarn, this happened. The end just completely snapped off. I've never had that happen to me with Bernat blanket before, so I was really surprised, but you know, we just kept going. Okay, if I'm being honest, I only completed one row of the blanket today. I know I should have done a lot more work, but I started a new project, which I will show you in like 3 seconds. But I just wanted to say that I went to a Christmas party at my friend's house, and it was very low-key, very fun, had a great time, and we exchanged gifts. Well, they gave me my Christmas gift, and it was this really cute frog sweater that says "Eat the Rich," and I am obsessed with it. It has little frogs and Christmas ornaments on the sleeves, and I can never wear this to work, but I love it so much. I think it's so funny and so cute. So I just wanted to show off that my friend knows me so freaking well that this is the gift they got me. So I love it. And let me go grab my project so I can show you what it looks like. I'm starting a granny square bag with the Lily Sugar and Cream purple yarn. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but I have so many balls of this, so I'll find it eventually. But my sister-in-law's favorite color is purple, and I thought she might really like a little a little triangle bag. Maybe I'll just make it a big like tote bag out of 2 granny squares instead of 3, but I really like the triangle look, so I might go with 3. We'll see. But I just wanted to work up and see how much one ball of yarn could complete, and this is as big of a square as I got, which is honestly much smaller than I expected. I thought with that whole ball of yarn I'd get to something a little bit bigger, but that's okay. I just wanted something mindless to work on, and for me, granny squares and granny stitches are totally that. This is definitely not going to get finished by Christmas. This is like a back burner project, but I was just happy to use up some more yarn from my stash, and knowing that it's going to go to a good home is always so nice. It's currently past midnight. I am so tired, so I might not even get to work on this tonight because I just want to go to bed. So good night. I will see you tomorrow. I'm trying to record the outro, and right as I'm about to do like a silly goofy thing, Kitten jumped in my lap. Maybe she'll be part of my fun intro or outro with me. Okay, wait, let's try it. I don't know if she's gonna like this. Oh, hey, you made it back to the future, or well, the present, I guess. Honestly, if you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I know the ending to this video was a bit vague, but that's because part 2 is going to be incredibly chaotic. This vlog showed the progress I made on my 6-day star blanket over the course of 8 days. While it is a 6-day star blanket, I did not finish it in 6 days, obviously. I know some people can, but I am not one of those people. I did make a big improvement because my last 6-day star blanket took me a month and a half. So the fact that I'm already almost done in 8 days is very impressive to me. I am very, very happy with that. I only have 1 row left and the border, and I'm going to try to finish it in my next vlog, but there's a little bit of a twist because I'm going to be hectically trying to finish 4 whips in 1 day in my next video. So place your bets now if you think this blanket's gonna be one of them and how many of those projects you actually think I'm going to be able to finish. That video will be up next weekend, and again, thank you so much for watching. In the meantime, please stay safe, stay well, stay warm, and I will see you soon. Bye.